Welcome back to the second poker vlog. This is the second poker vlog of the series. We are going to be grinding $5,000 up to $50,000 with the goal of making $1,000 a week. Obviously, we're going to be trying to climb up the stakes as we progress through this challenge, and our bankroll allows us to play in the bigger games. The goal is to at least get to minimum 2-5 and maybe see some 5-10. Obviously, with these lower games, the rake is high. It's going to be hard to overcome it. So we need to get out of the micro stakes basically as fast as possible in order to hit our $50,000 goal. Without further ado, let's jump into the vlog and let's see what the poker gods have in store for us today. Starting off, opening up the session with an easy one. First hand, we get pocket fours in the cutoff. Fold it around, action is on me, and I open it for $10. Everyone behind, fold. Next, I pick up 5-6 of diamonds at the cutoff again. There was 2 limpers before us. I bump it up to $20, telling everyone the price of poker is going up. Big blind calls, middle position calls, and the low jack calls. Flop comes king of diamonds, 8 of clubs, 2 of spades. Everyone checks the flop, and the turn comes 9 of diamonds. It checks around to me, so now we have the potential backdoor flush draw. I bet $60 as a semi-bluff, hoping to win the pot right here. Everyone folds, the low jack has other plans for us, and doesn't want to give us the W just yet. He calls, and the river comes 3 of hearts. We bricked everything, and now we are sitting at the river with 6 high. Low jack checks to us. I'm sensing he has a marginal weak hand given how this hand is played. I'm going to apply some pressure since it's our only way to win the pot. I bet $125. He thinks about it and he throws in his cards almost immediately. It's nice when our bluffs can work. Next hand, I have pocket sixes and under the gun +1. I open for $20 and the cutoff calls and the blinds fold. The flop comes 6 of diamonds, ace of diamonds, and 3 of spades. I check, and the cutoff bets $30. I flat call. Turn comes 10 of spades. I check, and he bets $60. I call, and the river drops 3 of clubs, and I check again. This card is a brick and doesn't change much. Cutoff bets $150. I have $520 back. I get too excited and over aggressive. I go all in, looking to get paid off. He tables his hand, thinking I called his initial bet, but didn't realize I shoved all in. Then he goes in the tank for about 10 minutes. To the point where the table is very irritated and almost calls time on him. He eventually decides he ends up folding and he shows us ace jack. Moving on, I pick up jack of clubs, 4 clubs on the button, 1 limper in middle position. I raise to $15 and the big blind calls and the limper calls. Flop comes 5, jack, 8, rainbow. Both players check. I put in a small bet, $20. Everyone folds. It's an easy game when you can flop 2 pair. Next hand, we have queen 8 of spades in the small blind. The cutoff raises to $15. I call an early position call. This is a bit splashy by me. We shouldn't be defending with queen 8 suited in the small blind, since we'll be out of position post-flop and first to act with a weak hand. The poker gods are looking out for us though. Flop comes down, queen of hearts, king of clubs, 8 of diamonds. Early position checks, and the initial raiser bets $25. I debate raising, but just call and early position calls. Turn is the 2 of spades. It's the perfect card, so I check planning the check raise, but unfortunately, no fish bite the hook. It checks to the river, and the jack of hearts hits. I lead out for $35, and the cutoff folds and shows us 3-4 a heart. He was truly gambling with no draw and nothing to chase. Welcome to the 1-3. Next, I have 7-8 of clubs on the button. There is 2 limpers from the big blind and under the gun +1. Action is now on me, and I raise to $15. Both players make the call. Flop comes 7 of diamonds, 7 of hearts, 8 of diamonds. We flop almost to nuts. I check to let our opponents catch up, since there isn't much our opponents can have on this board. The big blind bets $20. The player behind him folds. I flat call, and the turn comes queen of spades. Early position bets for $50. I want to start building the pot so I can set up a bigger SPR for the river. I don't feel our opponent is that strong to call a raise on the turn, so I just flat call, planning to raise the river. River comes jack of diamonds. Early position bets $100. I raise to $300, and he folds. Next, I have ace-4 suited under the gun. Not a super strong hand, but in the GTO charts, they tell me I have to raise. I bet $15 and get 3 callers. Flop is a dream. Ace, 4, 4. We flop the goods. I check and everyone checks behind. Their turn comes 8 of spades. I bet small and bet $25 and both players make the call. River comes king of clubs. I go for thin value and bet $35 and one player calls. He shows us ace-8 off. We take down another small pot. Next hand, there's a $10 straddle. The hijack calls the $6. Action is back on me, and I'm in the small blind with pocket kings. This table has a lot of loose players, and they're calling wide pre-flop. I decide to make them pay extra to exploit their loose calling ranges. I raise to $50, and the straddle calls, and the hijack call. Flop comes 9, deuce, 4. It's a pretty safe board for us. Nothing really to be too worried about. So I c-bet for $50, knowing I should have only bet a quarter to 1/3 pot. $50 is probably a little bit too big. I also want to see where I was at though. Unfortunately, everyone folds. We take down the pot. Still make $100, so it's not terrible. After that, we fold a little bit more for a little while, and we end up ending the session on another W. It was just a short session as the table ended up breaking and the major loose players ended up busting out, so the game ended up going bad. We end up making just under $500 in profit this session. We are halfway to our weekly goal. We are going to continue next week and hopefully keep it going. All right, we will see you guys in the next one.